Welcome back. Another episode of On the Huddle, man. We're gonna recap this game, man. Oh man, this was a tough one. Um, we're gonna recap this game. We're gonna give our initial thoughts. We're gonna look at some specific players and see if we can get better. And get ready for Philadelphia on Thursday. So right after this. I know it looks like Ceelo is at a hotel, but he disappeared. I don't know exactly where he is. But Breeze, what's good, man?
What's good?
Oh, there you go.
Good. Is he back? No, he's still
He
frozen.
trying to slide around the camera. Welcome back to Owning the Huddle podcast. Brother Deuce is here. He's here to defend his O-line. I'm getting sick and tired of you dudes and this fan base talking about my O-line. We gonna handle this today. Yo, what up? Welcome back to On the Huddle podcast. I am Deuce. We got Ceelo. I think Breeze is gonna come in. I don't know if he has a voice or not. And DT is somewhere out in the streets, pouting, walking the street. Ceelo, what's good, man?
What's good, man? Tough game, bro. Great game, actually, in terms of just if you're a football fan, but tough loss.
Yeah, man, for sure. I want to couple sound bites coming from this game. I want to play the Jayden one real quick. Let me see.
How did the locker room respond to everything after that game?
I mean,
Can you hear it,
it
CeeLo?
seems you see that the guys are very passionate about wins and losses, and it means something to them, matters. So that's where I kind of took away. Is like, hey, everybody's mad. It matters to them. Like, there's nothing we can do about it. We can just go on to the next.
How much more does it motivate you in terms of what this team is trying to build, bigger picture?
I mean, I don't like losing, so I don't want to feel like this feeling. I don't want to have losses. I'm competitive. I want to win in everything I step foot and I put my mind to. So I wouldn't say it's any motivation. Like, man, how can I go back to working and kind of get this feeling out of my system? That's win, lose, or draw. When we win, I want to keep winning. We lose, I don't want to lose. I want to win again. So I kind of had the same approach.
Jayden, in the locker room, everybody was talking about the 24-hour rule. What's the first step for you to get over this and move on to Philly?
Watch the film and chill. Watch the film, chill, watch football, play video games, move on to the next.
How are you feeling about this loss compared to like losses previous years?
Compared to previous years, I would say it's still a very hopeful. Like, if this may sound weird, but it's still a different feeling than it was before in previous years. I think this loss was, to me, it just similar to Baltimore. I just think that we can compete. It came down to some plays here and there. We were never outclassed in this game. We made mistakes. They made mistakes, and it was like a boxing match. I said it coming in, at the tailgate and other friends, like this was going to be a true test, given Mike Tomlin and his success against young quarterbacks, and this team needed to kind of rise up, and I felt like they did. We just we just couldn't finish it out. But that's different from years past. It would have been 45-3 or something, or it would have been like some garbage points at the end. Never had a chance. That was never the case. We were in it. We were literally leading. After the half, we scored another touchdown. We had this game in grasp. This is way different from years past, and that's kind of how I feel when you compare it to the past.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. I think this loss is more of a okay. We got to get better for the next game. Where previous, like last year losses, is more so like this is who we are, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is going to improve our draft stock. Let me see where we are after this loss as far as the draft position. But now it's like we are like, it's not really we are here, but it's like this loss kind of means more. It's kind of like a loss where, okay, this is going to force me to get better, right? Like this loss is going to show me where I still have flaws, and now I can look at them without the blinded eye of winning. Because sometimes when you win, you don't look for the things in the crevices, right? Like the detail, the minute things. Like you don't really look at those because you're winning, you're excited. So a missed block here and there don't really matter as much because you won. But now when you lose, everything matters. And how can I get better? This is like, so with this team and where we are now, I feel like this is where we are now compared to last year when it's more so like, all right, yeah, whatever. We can expect the same thing. Like I'm not expecting the same thing on Thursday, right? Like the mistakes we made today, I'm expecting change come Thursday.
I think the caliber of team really matters, and the Steelers are they're a phenomenal football organization. We can argue about quarterback and certain position groups on that team, but they came to play. They were prepared. Like I said, a boxing match. So I feel like that's part of the storyline. So when we talk about the Eagles, respectfully, I don't put them in the same class as Pittsburgh, right? So I just feel like, to your point, along with the lessons learned and going back at the film, watching and teaching, guys how to better be prepared and sort of like overcome some of these mistakes. I think that's doable against a team like the Eagles, respectfully. This team, you need to play almost mistake-free football. And we still almost won that game with the mistakes. You know what I mean? So it definitely feels different, to your point. Teaching moments. And I think people, athletes always say, losing hurts more than winning feels good. Losing hurts more than winning feels good. Yes, it's great to win a football game, but it hurts when you lose. It's like double the feeling of winning. So to your point, going back and looking at the film, being critical of yourself, it comes out more in a loss than when you win and you make mistakes. We made a mistake. Oh, Brandon Coleman, oh, he's a rookie, but he still had it down against Brian Burns. This game, Brian, Coleman had a couple tough snaps against a very, very good DN. So this is a lesson he's going to probably take. So I'm with you on that.
Koa, he said, I feel like this loss exemplifies just how far our team has come. I absolutely agree.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because we're upset because we should have won and we could have won. Right? Not so much as our fandom saying, like we should have won. I think it's like Pittsburgh knows we should have won. You know what I'm saying? So it's like expectations have changed. Losers expect losses, so losses are felt less. Winners feel losses much more, and I feel this loss more excited for what's ahead. Yeah, I agree, man. I think as a fan base, right, we know how to lose being on a sorry team, but now we got to learn how to lose by by having a good team.
Right.
So we got to learn how to lose because no one goes 17-0 every year. I think it happened like what, once or twice, and I don't even think those teams won the Super Bowl. So like, we're not going to win every game. This is just not going to happen. So we have to figure out how to lose. And right now, as a fan base, we don't know how to lose. Facebook user, I think you may have to follow the page, I think, so your name can come up so we can kind of acknowledge you. I think that's how that works. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, man, we all tight, man. Like we all sick, man, for real. Nick says the headline for this game are the penalties and then the drops. Obviously, BSJ sucks, but the penalties were so frustrating. Facebook user says, I feel that we made a lot of mistakes. You don't feel like we did. Like that's just what it is. Every receiver not named Terman Clone sold us today. I don't want to see Zach Ertz and Henry Benson, not Ertz is starting to give up me logo. Okay, so like let's go back to Nick real quick. Ceelo. The penalties. Let's talk about the penalties. The referee's been sucking the last 3 years, bro. Like it's getting worse. But I don't know. I'm just not the person that like to blame the referees. If it's close enough to put them give the referees that much power, then it's probably something you didn't do throughout the game. That's like kind of where I am.
Yeah, I'm the same. Pittsburgh 5 penalties for 49 yards. Washington 5 penalties for 41 yards. Even. That's usually how it works. It typically is it's a wash towards the end of the game, typically, but it feels like it's more one-sided because of the ebbs and flows of the game. That first drive by Pittsburgh, I mean, I felt like it was like another Chicago game. I'm like, yo, like these penalties are insane. The BSJ, tug and just a couple of really, really weird penalties. So I feel you, in terms of the penalties, but I'm not, to your point, I'm with you, Deuce. I just don't like blaming the refs. You can probably blame holding on every single offensive possession, on every offensive lineman. It's just part of the game. I just don't like blaming that so much, and the way my eyes work, man, I don't really focus on that as much either. I know some guys really see those holes and stuff like that. Remember Ryan Kerrigan back in the day used to get them holes. It was so funny. But and one thing, to Nick's point, or kind of counter to Nick's point, we got some calls.
We did.
Like we got some non-calls. I mean, we were really fortunate in some of those, and that one touchdown drive. I mean, we had some holds in there and no run calls that they actually, it's just don't even bother with the referees. We got to focus on what we can control. Go back to the film, try not to be as handsy, be smart, and move on.
Yeah. BSJ. So like I don't know, some of y'all might be on Twitter when I'm on my BSJ protective shield over the weekend, and my whole point was like he's a bottom 20 CB1, and hopefully he can get to a top 15 CB2, right? But that might not even be a case, right? He might be bottom 20 as a CB2. But I think like when you get to a player like him, and I think he's also getting a whole lot of like number 13 hate too. And you all got to like BSJs haven't been like this lockdown dude. Like he hasn't been CB1 really since he's been here. He's never really put together consecutive games of high quality play. Even people bring up the Jettas game. Like even that game, I think Jetta still put up like 100 and something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like because we're so good, like because the offense is good, like because Jayden Daniels is so good, right? And we were at 7-2, now we're at 7-3. The NFC East is not looking as strong as a lot of people thought. a player like him that's kind of like on the microscope, as soon as he gives up a bad play, the whole game is thrown off. No matter whatever else he does the whole game, it doesn't matter because you're the one that you got beat. Even though there were other people that you can say kind of look worse than what he did. Like, we cannot expect for him to shut nobody down, bro. Like, the dude is not that guy, but I think he's been looked at that guy. And plus he's a Ron disciple too. So he has all of that too, man.
I think for me as a fan, going into his fourth year.
This is his fourth year, yep.
I just think and look at that secondary. He is the veteran of that group, minus Mike Davis. Igbo, he's on his second team, so I don't know if you want to see. So it just feels like with his skill set, his size, his physicality, his characteristics, he should be playing a little bit better. So no, he's not a shutdown corner, but just be better, right? In certain situations, you give up. Everyone gives up yards. Every cornerback gives up touchdowns, but like rise up to the occasion, bro. We just need you for one play. It's Mike Williams. You can't at least squeeze him, make that throw or make that catch harder. It was so easy. There was zero.
What was he waiting for?
Like he switched his
waiting
so
for a
late.
slant or something. Like what was he waiting for? I don't know what he was waiting for. It's like some people saying it was a double move, a hitch and go. No, it wasn't. Mike Williams just took off in the 9 route. That's why when people be saying, "Oh, how you gonna let somebody who just came off the street, bro?" It's a 9 route. Like, you learn this route in Pop Warner. It's a 9 route. Like,
I don't need.
He had to tell Russell in the huddle, just throw it up.
I don't need BSJ to be a lockdown. I know he's not a lockdown. I just need you to be a little bit better.
He's
in those moments. And they're target now at this point, he's a target.
Yeah.
So
just think about this when it comes to BSJ. He's the best corner on a Ron Rivera defense the last few years.
Yeah. I would say maybe Fuller.
Well, yeah, Fuller, but like he was supposed to be the one to Fuller, right? I mean, even people say he was good in the slot. I don't remember. I know it probably came out of camp, maybe a preseason game, but against the Jacksonville, Christian Kirk was giving him the business.
Yeah, it's his. You're right. I would have to go back and it doesn't. To your point, it don't even come in my mind to think if he was good. Yeah. I felt like he was a better boundary corner than he was a slot.
That's what I was like, because he's too tall. Like,
he's tall. The idea of a slot made sense. It just didn't come out. I don't think it worked out. And then when injuries happened, he had to move back outside anyway. So
he wasn't really good, man. Like, he's never been that guy. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, people like him. If he's the best of what you have from what he's giving you, knowing that he's really not that good, you gotta kind of be like, oh, all right. Like, it shouldn't be a surprise that he's getting beat. That shouldn't surprise anyone, but obviously it's surprising a whole lot of people. Breeze was good, bro.
Yo.
Every receiver not named tournament, so that's the day I don't want to see that. So what do you all Oz, man? Like, that dude. I don't know what's gonna happen this week in practice, if they're gonna keep him back there or not. We'll see. Because after that, he was scared to even try to catch the ball. He was hoping that joint hit inbounds. He wasn't trying to fair catch or nothing. After the muff fumble loss. He had a drop. Diami had a drop touchdown. Noah Brown had a drop. It's kind of uncharacteristic from them in a sense. I know Diami probably, like, you would think Diami averages like 10 drops a year, but he really don't. So these guys usually catch the football. Even Zach Ertz. I mean, he I think he has like 3 or 4 drops on the year. Do y'all think this is a trend that's going to start, or do you all think it's uncharacteristic? We'll start with you, Breeze, if you can talk. If not, just nod your head.
Nah, man. I think I mean every receiver drops the ball, right? It just so happened that all of ours kind of had their moment today. Like Terry has and will drop the ball again. It's part of nobody's perfect, right? You would love to see, especially the touchdowns and then the touchdown to Diami and then the first down that Ertz dropped, like those are plays you gotta make those catches. But I don't think it's gonna be a thing moving forward. Like especially Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz has always been a fairly short-handed receiver. Just kind of everybody had they kind of bad moment today at one time.
Yeah, I agree. I know y'all know I kind of gave Zach Ertz a hard time in the offseason, but he's played well. He's 34, 35 years old. He's been around a long time. He's not Mark Andrews, he's just not that kind of guy. He's typically a sure-handed, kind of a possession tight end. He's going to give Jayden an outlet, and he's usually very sure-handed. He had a drop. I mean, I don't know. I think he's probably played above his expectations for me. So it's hard to really blame Ertz right now for a lot of things. I'm really curious to see how, obviously, how Ben Simmons is coming along or whatever. But I think he's actually played relatively well this season. Tough game for everybody, man. This game was blamed. The loss was blamed on all three phases.
Yep.
If you could focus on penalties or Jayden or certain things that we tend to focus on, but special teams messed up, defense messed up, offense messed up in every single phase of the football. So Zach Ertz is not the reason why we lost.
And we talked about that last week. Like, can we have a game when all three hit and we end up getting a game with all three miss? And
the question for y'all, man. Speaking of that phase thing, are y'all surprised that they kept OZ out there?
No, I'm not.
I am.
Because of Dan. He probably should have, but Dan being the motivation. Look, I'm gonna give you another. But I will say he didn't play. I know for a fact one full series he didn't play at all.
Offense, okay.
That next series he didn't play offense at all.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised he's been like the main guy back there all season to begin with. I do agree with Deuce. I'm not surprised that he kept him out there because I know the kind of coach Dan Quinn is. I'm the same way in a lot of ways with my players. But yeah, I'm definitely surprised that there kind of isn't another option. Like I know there are other guys who practice it. Like we've seen Sam still practice it. We've seen Emmanuel Forbes practice it. Like there are other guys in that return room, basically. Yeah. But for some reason, like OZ is the main guy back to return the punts, even though he has muffed not just today, but a few early this year too.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised. So typically in a game like that, well, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like needing a spark, sometimes you flip out. You put Terry back there. I mean, whatever. You put somebody back there that's.
Don't put Terry back there.
I know,
but
whoever can give you a little bit of umph, and that just don't. OZ's good. He's fine, typically. But when you're having a tough game like that, I would feel like you kind of rock with your gut and what you think as a coach. And you put somebody else back there because he's just not having a good game. He's 2 month pumps is it's like that's
3.
One, okay. Oh yeah, but today,
last week.
Yeah, today 2. I'm like, all right, let's just give someone else at least one shot to kind of get a little bit, kind of get the momentum back, get the confidence back. But that was my only thing. I'm
kind of sure they might run. I'm quite sure they're going to put like Luke or something this week in practice. Like.
Yeah, so do we have, so we remember, I'm sure all of us remember, like, this point, I guess, like 15 years ago, but, like, when things were going kind of rough in the return game, where they would put, like, a Santana Moss back there.
Man, Trey was talking about that. First probably Eckler.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, do we have that guy?
Atlas probably the
like,
only one.
like,
Who's the
And I don't even
fastest
think
guy?
he's
Who's
one.
the fastest guy on this team right now? Would y'all say?
Supposed to be Terry, but he gets walked. So
40 speed.
Yeah, 40 speed. Is it Terry?
Probably Terry, yeah. But that was 10
Yeesh.
years ago because I know he ain't running that now. That's why he's not scoring touchdown. Bree. He's not running away from nobody. He'll get on top of you on the first step for sure, but he's not running away. So he's getting caught at the 5 because he's not running away from nobody.
Yeah.
So we know that about Terry now.
Yeah, Terry's speed is more so like initial burst than top end speed.
Yeah, he don't have top
Short
end
air quickness.
I'm sorry, I just said that wrong. Thank you. Wow, see the coach.
Diami's a good.
Diami, that's probably a go. That's probably he
he got a little shake too though. Like he got some moves on them
Except
screens.
for that one weird.
That looked like that was a
backwards.
a throwback to Jayden. That looked like that was a throwback to Jayden.
Oh, you think it was a throwback?
That was a trick play.
There was something else, but that was part of that, and it just wasn't there because he kind of pulled up like he was looking to throw or something like. And then,
Okay. Is he left-handed?
Yeah, he was holding it in his left hand.
Okay.
Pittsburgh defense, they watched the tape, bro. We couldn't run no screens.
No screens.
Jayden couldn't get out the backfield. That defense is legit. That defense is legit.
All day.
Yeah, that defense is legit. But even we still, after all those drop passes, we still lost by 1. 27 points. I don't think no team scored on them in the third quarter all season. Injuries played a huge part. Like I think Biotis got hurt early. This was his worst game too. So I think he gave up 2 sacks. I don't know if they given him Cam Hayward both to him, but we'll find out sometime between the day and tomorrow. But this is probably his worst game. Yeah, B-Rob, he should be back. He was run. I don't know if y'all saw him, but by the tunnel, he came out like at the second half. Everyone was already out there. Marshawn had came out, and then B-Rob came out sprinting. Like he came out sprinting out the locker room on the sideline. He probably wanted somebody to take that video. Yeah, Wiley had a shoulder issue, but Trent Scott played good.
How long was Wiley out?
He didn't play at all. He was
just all today?
No, he was just backup, just in case he was emergency.
So he was active, but he just didn't play.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So Trent Scott was out there the whole game.
I don't remember much pressure from the right side. So you
Me
right.
either. Yeah, and they wasn't chipping all the time. Look how many times we went empty. They wasn't chipping a lot, but they were chipping though. They were doubling. But for the most part, I want to see what Trent Scott looked like because OG Bobby Johnson looked like he might be the best hire.
You right.
I don't know, man. All right, BSJ is a terrorist. He wreaks havoc, most flavor, blah, blah, blah. What's up, Tommy? This might be your first time commenting. We definitely appreciate you stopping through. Continue to comment. This one really hurt, not gonna lie. I'm still hurting from this one. It hurts bad when you're a diehard fan. You love this team as much. And that's what we was talking about earlier, Tommy. Breeze, you can chime in. We were just kind of comparing like this loss compared to like a loss the previous years. Like how it feels now compared to like previous years, last year when you have a tough loss like this, where you could have won, should have won, but you end up losing. Like the loss against Philly last year. Like what's the differences between those two losses to you?
I mean, I feel like this year, I feel like we're in every game. I mean, we had an off game and we lost by 1 point. It could have very easily won the game. Like, not like, like 1 or 2 bounces or calls go our way. That's a two score win for the Commanders. Like, you know what I mean? I think in years past, especially with the most previous regime, a lot of those games, kind of felt like games that we probably shouldn't have won. Like we were playing well in them, we were competing in them, but like we lost. Like, we probably should have lost that game. We were kind of punching up in a sense, and were able to compete when we needed to compete. But it's not like last year. Like I said, anything under the last regime, without mentioning names, just a lot of those games felt like we shouldn't have really been in the game to begin with, and we were just able to compete. But with this current regime, with DQ and Jayden, I feel like we have a chance to win every game. I still feel like we have a chance to win every game. You know what I mean? I feel like we should be 8-2 right now. But it happens. Like it's football. We're good. I said this. I say this every week. Like they're going to lose other games. Like I didn't think we were going to go 15-2. You know what I mean? Like losses are going to come. This probably won't be. I'm fairly certain this won't be their last loss this season. It might not be their last loss this week. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just feel like we always have a shot to win, and I feel like they'll bounce back and they'll be prepared Thursday, and whatever that looks like on a short week, and then with 10 days rest, even be even more prepared to play Dallas. Which is Tennessee. Whoever.
No, it's Dallas in Tennessee. Wayne and Samson, I just in that chat that you're in Facebook, because I see your names on there, but I can't see it on the screen. It says Facebook user. So I sent the YouTube link in that chat if you want to come over on YouTube from Facebook. That way we can see which one of you are commenting. Yeah, man, this was a tough loss. It's a tough loss for sure. Since I took a nap and still woke up. That's a good thing, man. It's a good thing. Yeah, we can't win every game. What's up, Doug? This might be your first time commenting. We definitely appreciate you for stopping by for sure. St. Juste is what he is, and he holds the defensive back in crucial moments. He's a Romberry holdover, and he better be gone next year. When Marshawn is in, I need him on the bench with the earpiece on. Yeah, I just got to remember what's behind St. Juste, man. It's a guy named Mike Davis.
The grass is not always greener.
And number 13. Number 13 came out that joint for a couple plays when Mikey like he kind of banged his arm up or something. And 13 came out that joint. I was like, oh my God. I'm not there with BSJ yet though, but some people like put him back in. I'm like, young. Like, and this is another thing, right? We got to remember. We have
Miss Janet.
Oz out there.
What's up, Oz?
Hey, Miss Janet. We have Oz out there, right? I don't even think this dude. I think he has career totals everywhere across the board with us. These 11 games. We don't have the talent everywhere like we believe that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like people talk about Mike Williams, and he'll probably be wide receiver 2 here, 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, we just don't have the talent yet. We still have too many hoes, and we just have guys that Jayden is making look better. Like Jayden is making these guys look better. Yeah, and the coaching, like they're coaching these guys up. Like if you think the coaching is not doing well, I don't know what to tell you. It's dudes out there that wouldn't be on any other team. Look at Fowler. Right? He was a situational pass rusher these last few years. Now he's out there every snap.
And playing well.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't have the talent everywhere yet. So like the record is the record. I think we're good. Now I don't think we're accidentally got here. Like I think Jayden is just that good, right? But you gotta remember, like we still have holes. Like most of these guys are still on 1-year deals. Apologize for the BSJ prop. Look at this guy. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I told y'all, man, the dude wasn't a good corner. I said he was a decent CB1, bottom 20, and the hope is he would be a top 15 CB2, right? But I also think that like he had 2 crucial stops today. I think he had a 3rd down stop in the 3rd quarter. He had a couple pass defenses. I don't think that pass interference call, they just gonna keep calling. And that was number 5 on the year. People say he get 2 a game. No, he has 5 PIs all year. Like
it just seems like they get called in like crucial moments. And the one today was what, like the first drive of the game, but
first drive of the
that's
game.
my only beef with
like-
St. Juice is that my fault. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like he has 5 all year. So
Yeah.
like maybe all 5 was crucial moments. I don't know. I know the Bears game one was or whatever, but yeah, man. So like
Giants.
yeah, but like I said, we were saying earlier, there's nothing he can do, right? Like he could have 6 good plays. That one bad play gonna be magnified. It's
a lot of
because
times
I
that's what
think
it is.
I think the fans' expectation of him is too high.
I think he's the Charles Leno of our defense.
Yeah.
I think fans expect.
Wait a minute.
I'm not taking no shots from then, man. I ain't taking.
Wait a minute.
Not doing it. I ain't touching that one.
Wait a minute. I'm about to post this. Go ahead, Breeze. Wait a minute.
Nah, I think the expectation of BSJ is based on what he has had to have played, since he's had to have been. I mean, he had Kendall, but like BSJ he's been put in a position where he's had to be like the number 1 corner. So people just expect him to look like that at times. We all know he's not, but like I said, a lot of times with BSJ, he'll be having decent games. Like he won't be getting cooked all game, but he'll get beat at the worst time. Like today, he wasn't having a bad day, but he gives up a touchdown where he literally didn't. Like the dude ran past him.
He didn't compete
at all. He ran a streak route, just free release, ran straight past him. It was open by like 3 yards. It's like, which I've been saying, Benjamin St. Jude, because of his build, he does not get in and out of his breaks, which a lot of times leads to him being real handsy at the top of routes and stuff like that. But I think a lot of times with him, that's what it is. Like he'll have a decent game, he'll get a couple PBUs and stuff like that, but at the worst moment, he gives up a first down, or he gives up a touchdown, or he gets called for a PI or defensive holding or something like that. And when we really when we need you to step up and just not mess nothing up right now, is when you seem to really mess up and make mistakes. And I don't know what the reason for that is. And I'm sure to an extent teams are watching the film and targeting him in some of their moments. Because again, you scout the tape and you scout the player. They know what he is and what he, where he isn't as good at. But I think that's the biggest issue with him is that he just seems to have those moments at the worst time.
Yeah, he's not good. He's not holding up to the expectations that Ron set for him. He's not holding up to it. And I think we as a fan base, as fans, period, or NFL, is we hold on to this draft stock or this draft position throughout a person's career. And sometimes they can never get to it, and it hurts them.
I don't know if BSJ is actually developed since being drafted. I feel like
same person to me,
Yeah, it feels like y'all know, there's players that there are DBs out here that aren't as fast anymore, or they're not as twitchy anymore, but they still they're intelligent. They can see the route before it's being run. They can see your body, your look at the receiver and his his movements and what route he's going to run. He's not picking that stuff up yet, after 3.5 years, and I just feel like. I don't know. I just feel like he's just missing something, and it's highlighted because he's put on the number 1 receiver, right? It's just what it is. He's put on the guy that, and you hoping he can help, that side of the field, but he's just not that guy,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah. Luke got a key drop too.
He sure did.
What's up, Dave? How you doing, bro? What's up, Cody? Cody battling with Adam Rank on the timeline. Y'all see that?
Oh Lord,
he going at it with Adam Rank.
I missed that one.
I think they said 90s. I think they said in the pre-game. It's been a while.
Yeah. Last time we played him, we beat him, but that was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
we not there yet, Tim.
Yeah. Chill out with that
That's the
draft
wrong.
stuff.
We ain't. We ain't there.
He can't
Yami got to
catch.
catch that. Oh, what's up, Smoke? With that throwback play, why not have Luke try to make the throw? I don't know, bro. Last time Luke didn't throw the joint. He looked right at him and held it.
Maybe that's why.
They probably was like, we ain't going. They ain't giving you that no more, Luke. How y'all feel about Mike Sanders? I mean, he gets compared to St. Juice.
Hmm.
But then if you actually compare the two, they'll say, well, he's just a rookie. Like you can't have it both ways, right?
But
You're either going to compare them to production on the field or you're going to separate them, right? But I think Younger going to be a dog. He's not afraid of nothing. And when he gets beat, he comes right back. He's locked in. He's high. He's super confident.
Yeah, and he doesn't really make the same mistake twice. Right?
Nope. I mean, that catch by George Pickens was just sick. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's just sick.
and like the other team has good players too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just because our guys are good, don't mean that they not gonna get beat sometimes. Like,
Right. I mean,
they
corners
have to.
get
Like
beat. The
Georgia,
league is built for cornerbacks to get beat,
that's part of the job.
except for St. Juice. St. Juice,
Mm.
you got to make every play.
And it's funny because like Russell Wilson is, he's not the same Russell Wilson, bro. But he makes just enough plays. It's just, I mean, he's good enough. Like he's good enough. He's not the Russ we remember. Totally, like he's so not good. Like he left so many plays out there, but he made enough plays. That long. We said it before. Y'all remember we said it before all week. His long ball is still there. Like that ugly moon ball.
He missed a few wide long too. He missed
That long. Yeah,
he
he
missed
missed them.
like
He
3 or
did.
4 of them.
He did.
If you can get up on Pittsburgh, you're gonna have a chance.
Yeah,
I don't think
I
don't think he can. I don't think
Bring
he
him back.
can come back and win you a game.
Agree.
I don't. What's up, Merle? BJ doesn't have that dog in him. I ain't gonna argue with you, man. Scrap that double pass on the play, but that was what was that? Yeah, did y'all think that was weird at that moment? Wasn't it second down, 2nd and 9 or something?
I mean, I get it trying to catch him sleeping, but like you said, they didn't allow any. There was no screen game today, and that play there has to be a screen game available for that play to work. And they shut down the initial portion of the play, and you couldn't get to the second part of it.
They was calling out all the screens, bro. As soon as Bates come out wide receiver, nope.
So I see smoke here. Our worst L was week 1, but our best win is Arizona. So I got a question for y'all. I think that might be the narrative. We can't beat really good teams yet.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
and that's fair. I'm not even gonna argue that.
I think that's what people are going to like lean on right now. Like, yeah, y'all handle business against the teams that you're supposed to handle business with, but the Baltimore's, the week 1 game, the Pittsburgh Steelers types, you're just not quite there yet.
Those are like the tiers, right?
Yeah.
We don't have the talent.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Coaching can only do but so much. Right? So we just don't have the talent. We don't have the talent to compete. We don't have the talent. Like, we have to play perfect games against these teams.
This is why I think I don't mean to sound a defeatist. I just think that the Lattimore trade may not necessarily been about this year.
I don't think so. Especially if you don't play Thursday.
I know the draft picks and all that stuff, but like he's a guy that was available. He's a top cornerback. He can play for a couple more years. I think he's still, even though it made at the deadline, I kind of think he was still a long play. So, which may mean he may not rush him back on this hamstring injury. It's a long play.
Yeah, well, I thought once they traded for him, he wouldn't play till Dallas anyway.
Yeah. I think for some reason this year the competition is not as good as previous years. Like before this week's game, I mean, we had like what 6 or 7 teams with 2 wins.
We have a fourth place. We have a fourth place special. So
Yeah, so
it
it's
shows.
like no, I'm talking about around the league.
Oh, the league. Yeah.
You got like 6, 7
Yeah.
teams with 2 wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
And before this
Not anymore
game,
after Chicago lost.
we had like the our opponents, our strength of schedule, whatever, was like I don't know, 33%, something like that.
Something like that. Mm-hmm.
And Phillies was like 33. It was like not that much more.
Mm-hmm.
So they haven't played real good teams either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this year it's tough to say, you know, I played this team and played that team when it's like everyone across the league is just not. It just doesn't seem like they're, you know, as good as they are. But when we played Pittsburgh and the Ravens, we lost because we didn't have talent. And because we don't have enough talent, we have to play mistake free. And we didn't do that either one of those games. So the only thing that can overcome mistakes is having talent, as in the Ravens and the Steelers, because they made mistakes too, but they were able to overcome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't think it's a waste of a pick.
I mean, what was that 6th round pick? I don't know. What was that? Like, what was that?
I think 5th or 6th round pick. He was inactive for the first 4 or 5 games.
He just got back 2 weeks ago.
I'm not like waste or not. I mean, whatever.
And think about it, bro. Like, and all we heard is good stuff in training camp. I mean, he got hurt in training camp. Like, we don't even know who he is.
Isn't he backing up Wagner?
He's backing up one of them dudes.
He ain't never.
As a matter of fact, he's not even coming in on third when they go heavy. The dude,
Walker.
What's his name? Mitchell.
Yeah.
Kyle Walker.
Yeah, Walker.
Yeah. Walker's
coming in. McGee not even coming in.
Yeah. I'm not worried about McGee. Respectfully,
I think we pulling straws, man. Like this is who we are. Like if you trust these coaches, man, they putting the best people on the field, even if we don't think they're the best people. Like you want 13 out there, you want Davis out there. A lot of y'all, you know.
Hey,
Davis.
You want to have this conversation in the off season? Like that's a different conversation. But right now, like what's behind the reason? There's a reason that Benjamin St. Juste is still on the field. Like because what's behind him is not very good. We already know what Forbes is and has been. Like we in very limited playing time, Davis has been terrible. Like I don't even know what else. Who else is on the roster at corner? I mean,
yeah. So like Tim, put in the comment, man. Like who do you want to bring in? 13 or Mike Davis to take St. Juste?
Right.
Exactly. Luke. He meant Luke.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, Terry was good. Like Terry played a heck of a game.
Yeah.
Play it's a tackle, never break up or interception.
It's interesting. They don't really
like and that's the thing though with BSJ. Like saying he's not good and the expectation of him should be lower. That's not making an excuse for him.
Right.
Like he had a couple pass breakups. It's like that's what I'm saying. It's not making it like what do you want? Like somebody has to play cornerback.
Right.
Somebody has to play cornerback. And right now there's nothing you can do to make it better. I mean, they made a trade for Lattimore. I mean, like what more do y'all want?
Listen, you want to have this conversation.
It's so funny that he typed just like he talked. You know?
Yeah,
nah, man. Like Ceelo and better than me about this last regime and this new regime, man. I don't. If he doesn't take like CB4 money, I don't think he's back here.
But like I said, in the off season, it's a different conversation because you have more and better free agents. You have a draft. You can go get a better player. You're not going to cut him right now because there is nothing. If there was a better option, they would have it. If there was a better free agent, they would have signed him. We like Deuce just said, we just traded for a top 10, I won't say top 5, but a top 10 corner. Like he's got to get healthy first. You're not going to put him out there with a bad hamstring. He's going to look worse than St. Juste is.
Yeah. I think this regime just likes their guys.
We lose, we win.
I mean, we'll let Cam Curl go for Jeremy Chin. People you can argue, it's just a thing. They don't like those Ron guys, man.
They like their guys. Like they want their own. They don't want him. They don't want them.
Yeah.
You know
the
what I'm
only
saying?
reason you got the Ron guy still here is because he's still on contract. So why you gonna cut him?
And they've shown no hesitation. Like they cut Jamin. Like they flat out cut Jamin Davis.
Exactly.
If they've benched Emmanuel Forbes, and listen, if he was not on this roster, if a time came where he was not on this roster anytime soon, it wouldn't be a surprise to anybody outside of him being a first round pick last year.
Right.
As a matter of fact, if Forbes wasn't a first round pick last year, he probably would have been cut.
I think they're still gonna try to trade him in the offseason or something.
I think so.
I'm sure some stuff can come out because I know they put him on the block. So they don't want to, this is second year. Maybe they can get something in the offseason, but I don't think he's here next year. What's up, Unc?
When we lose, we win.
Wish I should care. I think it might be your first time coming. We definitely appreciate you stopping by. I'm sorry, but I think it's time to sit down. I think it's St. Juste. Yeah,
I think it's St. Juste.
Yeah, do one that. Like for who though? Who do you all want to put in? Who y'all want to put in? Tyler differential. That's a real thing,
Like I tell my kids this all the time, right? Like, don't come to me with a problem. Come to me with a solution.
Right.
We all know. We all identify what the issues are with Benjamin St. Juste. And again, for the 5th time tonight, there isn't a better option, especially on this team right now. If you bench St. Juste and Lattimore is not playing, who are you choosing? Who are you picking from? Mike Davis, who's not good. Emmanuel Forbes, who's not good. You got the undrafted rookie free agent from Colorado State, who hasn't played yet. Well, he's a safety / linebacker. Yeah. And I think he's still hurt too, right?
Who?
But
Hampton. He's inactive. He was inactive.
Yeah, but I
he's
mean,
like strong safety linebacker. He ain't doing that.
Yeah. But like there are no options right now. Like our best corner right now, as to the people who are available to play, is Mike Samerstill, and he wasn't supposed to be an outside corner. It just so happened he can do it. He's shown and proved he can do it, but he's not supposed to be there. So like there are no other options right now, bro. Respectfully.
And I do think these receivers know they let him down, right? Like I think they're gonna play much better. But like I said, man, like they are who they are. We got a guy that was on Philly practice squad all last year or whatever. You know what I'm saying? As wide receiver 3, in a sense. Right? You got Luke, who's only been playing a position, what we say, half a year, really, if you really count actually playing. A year maybe. He had a crucial drop today. So we got Noah Brown that we signed in September. He had a crucial drop today. So is that true though? When other teams are missing a star player, they get all the excuses in the world. Didn't have B-Rob against the Steelers and Ray. Yeah, I think we're a different team, but we still did enough to win though. Not do enough to win, but I think if we made less mistakes, we win these games. But again, we got to play complete games. Go ahead.
I just think that we're not giving Steelers enough credit.
Oh, yeah.
That defense, I don't know what B-Rob could have done. I don't know. I mean,
maybe B-Rob's presence changed how you play him a little bit, but
maybe.
I mean, even with the screen game, I think because Wiley's been playing really well in the screen game. That might change some stuff, but I don't know.
It's football. It's football, bro. Like You know, again, like you said, the talent is not there. You know what I mean? So at a point when guys start falling, we all had a belief of what we thought this team was going to be coming into the season. We are already at, if not surpassed, the win total that most people thought we were going to have coming into the season, and would have been happy with as long as we saw development. We overshot, like way overshot what our expectation was for most people, and like at this, you kind of running out of talent, like. You know what I mean? Like I'm a NASCAR fan. There's a saying in NASCAR when guys like hit the wall and wreck. It's like sometimes he just ran out of talent at the wrong time. That's what's happening. Like bodies are falling, and now we're seeing that a lot of our talent is very surface level. There isn't much behind it. It is what it is, but it's part of football. Like we understand. We all understood what this roster was coming into the season, and we're now seeing. We're seeing what that looks like.
I mean, I think certain position groups, to your point, Breeze, the depth, you can't tell the difference between a starter and a backup, right? It's just they're all they're just kind of in one group and they're being coached up, and whoever wins the day wins the day. So we really don't have a lot of we don't have 22 starters.
I would agree with that.
I just think that we have a bunch of really,
let me ask you this though. Like playoff teams, right? It's like the Eagles, the Ravens, Buffalo, Kansas City, Lions, all of those. How many starters? I mean, and I don't expect for us to actually know, but what's a good number to say I have a solid? I ain't talking about like elite player, whatever. I'm talking about a solid starter, like combat the elite players, all that into the same category. Like how many of those have bona fide starters that can start on any team out of the 22? Or how many do you think a team needs to be super competitive or can be a playoff Super Bowl contender? Like how many starters do you need that can be starters on any other team? Like basically top 5 at their position. Like how many players are like top 5 at their positions on those playoff caliber?
That's the question, Deuce, because I don't think you need 22 starting. I don't think you need 22 all pros and all that kind of stuff. I think you need a couple of strong position groups like top 3, top 5, 1 or 2 that can carry the whole team. So it's okay if you have a crappy defense, but you better have a bona fide quarterback. You better have a great offensive coordinator. You have a great offensive line. You know what I mean? So Detroit's doing it. Detroit is killing it on offense. Their defense is horrible. Secondary is horrible, but no one talks about that because they're whatever it is, 7-1, whatever the record is. So I think you don't need 22 starters. You just need some like elite position groups. And I can't think of, other than quarterback, maybe offensive line. We don't have elite anything else, in my opinion. I can't think of any.
Hold on, say that again.
Other than quarterback and offensive line, I'm not sure we have any other elite position groups. Now, our running back
groups.
Groups.
Yeah.
Our running back room is okay.
I think it's almost there.
But the rest of the team is kind of a hodgepodge. Not great, not horrible. And so we have to rely on that quarterback, that coaching staff, that offensive line, and maybe that running back room. And they got to carry the team, and we got to hope to get some stock, blah, 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 blah. So I think that's how a lot of teams are built. No one's like has a perfect team. So yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree with Ceelo. I can't really say a number, like an exact number, but okay, you need like this many guys on your team that could start anywhere. And I 100% agree with the position groups, and I don't even know if I can say that our offensive line position, the group is elite. They've been playing well with what they have, but I don't know if I can say that the group is elite. I think they're just kind of doing more with less right now. And
Jayden helps it out a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Jayden definitely helps, and so does B-Rob for that matter. But they're playing above expectations, and playing well as a group. But I don't think they're an elite group. I'm sitting here just trying to think like outside of Jayden, which yes, Jayden can start for all 32 teams, right? Any team in the league would take Jayden Daniels to start as a starting quarterback if they didn't have the one that they currently have if he's better. But like outside of that, like I don't how many other guys on our team, like individual, Jayden, Terry, B Rob could probably start on half the teams in the league. Outside of that, like
Yeah. Offense.
Bobby Wagner, maybe.
Yeah,
Louisville,
Louisville,
defense.
maybe.
But I think Quan can get you some. I think
Quan,
Sandra
Deron
Strell can
Payne,
get you
maybe.
some. Payne, I think he can get you some.
Payne, yeah.
Newton
Let's
probably
see.
can get you a couple. The way Fowler playing this year, he definitely can get you some. So, but I just don't. I can't definitively say it for a lot of those guys, though.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's more so, can these guys be starters on the top 10 teams in the league?
Right.
Like,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. But now Shaquille, I think that's how you from butchering it, bro. I'm sorry. I just call you Johnson. Pause on it. Anyway. But yeah, man, I think we're definitely gonna make a run to the playoffs. I think we can still get 4 games from this schedule, man. Like I think we can still get 3 or 4 games for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
7 games left.
I'm not panicking. Like I'm not. Please don't. I don't want to speak for everybody, but like I don't think anybody's like panicking or upset or you know what I mean. Like it's a loss. We're talking about a loss, so there's going to be more negative than positive. But I don't think anybody's like tripping.
Agree.
Yeah, who is? Ooh,
I don't know.
which Facebook user is that?
I
I've seen more than enough for Forbes to say he's terrible right now.
This guy say I'm speaking logically about being irrational. I seen somebody on the timeline say, F it, give me Forbes. I've seen enough of it.
Like, I don't know how you can watch Emmanuel Forbes over the last year and be like, oh, put him in the game. Like,
he is like, even when he got those 2 plays, I said, man, he look like he ain't got no confidence whatsoever. They had that Bama on, they got him on punt return, blocking. Man, I ain't blocking nobody.
Yeah. They just trying to find something for him to do. To he just.
I know this is what I mean. He threw him the ball a couple times a day. We gave like 4 targets a day. Luke dropped one. Jayden overthrew one. He was wide open too.
He was
man. He missed that one. Jayden missed a few today, man.
Yeah, he was off today a little bit.
He was off today. I was also thinking when watching like from the stands, right? When we talk about the separation thing, so since Luke usually plays in the slot, and a lot of times, we playing in the slot, you'll have like the safety kind of sitting in the middle, depending on if they cover 1, cover 2. I wonder what they count as separation, because let's just say, because like one play he had like 5 yards of separation, but he's like running towards his route. So if Jayden throws that, Luke can get punished, or it could possibly get picked. So I wonder how they do this separation thing.
Oh, the chart. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I wonder if it's 2 yards, 3 yards, because this is the NFL, man. Like 2 yards.
I feel like it's
enough.
based on like the closest, how far away from the closest person. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to determine separation against a zone defense.
Like say we went with B Rob.
Maybe. I mean,
we wouldn't be right.
We lost by a point without him. Like,
yes.
I don't think we needed B Rob to win that game.
Right. B Rob would have been awesome. I don't think he was the factor today.
Yeah, I mean, you can want to win. You should want to win every game, but you're just not good enough to win that game. Like sometimes you're just not the best team on the field, and sometimes you lose when you're not the best team on the field. Like we're not going to win every game. Like you're not going to have us going 17-0. So if you have us losing, then we're going to lose to someone. And you want it to be a team that, that a good team. Like you don't want to lose to sorry teams. You want to lose to good teams, and this was a good team with a great defense. Like
the 3 teams we've lost to are good. Like one of them is elite. Like Baltimore's an elite team, and they beat us by 7 points. Like Pittsburgh is a good team. They beat us by 1 point. And I don't even really look at Tampa because that was the first game, and you know, I think if we play Tampa, you know, in week 10 versus playing in week 1, I think that's a different game.
Let's see.
So,
Offensive line
but-
got. Let me see. Y'all think they got outplayed?
Uh,
I think the coaches probably got a little out, but our offensive line did okay.
I think they did a good job.
I
mean, you ain't hit nothing from T.J. Watt. You didn't hit nothing really from Highsmith. He got injured on his pressure. I mean, Cam Wood, the oldest guy on the field, he got 2 sacks.
Which
I think I don't know, for some reason I feel like Jayden did have quite a bit of pressure today, and I think that contributed to his inaccuracies. I feel like Cliff kind of called a weird game, whether that was deep, Pittsburgh really preparing for us, so it looked bad, worse than it really maybe it was. I don't know. But they just seemed very well prepared and disciplined. And we couldn't do anything like the things we wanted to do. Now, the few things we did do well, it was a drop, penalty, so it kind of snowballed. So
I mean, preparation and discipline is what you expect from a Mike Tomlin coach football team.
Agree.
Like if they 2 things they're gonna be prepared, they're gonna be disciplined, they're gonna be physical, and that's what Pittsburgh was.
Agree.
I don't know, man. Facebook user Fowler got 8.5 sacks on the year, man.
No, I think he posted that when we were going over like the players who would start anyway.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He said, "I'm still hating on Ron, Mr. Gonzalez." That's never gonna not be a thing. He said, "Man, I'm not seeing Luke in the camera." Rick said versus. Yeah, he is. He don't like taking risks, man.
Yeah.
It's fine.
What's up, Calvin? Appreciate you for chopping it up. Might be your first time. Continue to chop it up with us. B-Rob was a big factor. Same reason we lost the Baltimore game. We
lost the Baltimore game because they had Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, and Zay Flowers went for 150 yards in the first half. That's why we lost the Baltimore game. Brian Robinson don't play defense. Ain't had nothing to do with that one.
I know what the score was in Baltimore. We ain't got to get back to it, but I don't think that game was that close, man. I don't know. I feel like that was a bad game. I mean, but whatever.
Yeah, man. But I think we looking for answers.
Yeah.
For why we lost, and B-Rob is a good one to pull.
That's true.
We had B-Rob. If we had it's funny that a lot of people had us beating Philly prior to Marshawn Lattimore. Now they not sure if we can beat Philly if Marshawn Lattimore doesn't play. That's so confusing to me. Nope, can't give up a touchdown. No, we can't give up a 40-yard dump pass on 3rd and whatever. 30-yard dump pass. I was sick with that jump, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh.
I don't know, Calvin. I mean, I got to go back and watch it, man. I know we got 2 sacks.
Coleman had a tough
just
game.
saying we got some pressure. So I gotta go back and maybe it was the pressures that I mean, like I say, man, I can't, shout out to the people that can, but I can't watch the game live and also watch tape. I can't break it down while watching it live. I just can't. So I just gotta watch for the playback. What a difference a year made, because last year we got blown away. We would have that's a fact. We'd have threw the ball 60 times probably. Yeah, man, tough loss. On to the next. We got to learn how to lose as winners, y'all. We know how to lose as losers. Now we have to learn how to lose as winners. Again, you're not going to win all 17 games, man. You're going to lose some. So we can't be crashing out
every time you lose. Yeah, man.
We can't be crashing out when we lose. We lose games, and we're now when we go to the film room, we're prepping. We're, looking at every crap. We're looking everywhere for the mistakes. How can we get better? How can we fix this? which sometimes when you have winning goggles on, you're not looking for all that, right? You're looking for the surface stuff because you just came off one. But now when you lose, it makes you look deeper into what went wrong, especially when that's a good question. What was our time of possession? It seemed like it was fairly even, though.
Got his stats up here. So
It seemed like it was fairly even.
I feel like Pittsburgh had a lot of defense on the field.
Yep, this is true. This is true. Games like this shows where we want to be as a team.
Pittsburgh had time possession by 13 minutes. 36-11 to our 23-49.
Yeah, Facebook users, I did put in that Facebook comment section a link to the YouTube if you want to come over there, because I forgot somebody had told me how you all can show your name, so I won't say Facebook user. You can say because I see it in the YouTube chat, but can't see it on here for some reason. It was not a bad O-line performance. 73. Yeah, bro. It's like you would think we 3-7, yeah. Like
I think
goodness,
the
I see us losing
the way we
beating
lost
and
is
going
where
defeated
was
in the
hard.
season. Would you say, Ceelo? My bad.
No, nothing. I just think the way we lost, it was such a close loss. I think that's what people are.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Philly game gonna be something, man. Like I wouldn't be. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I could see that.
We got Dallas, Tennessee,
Atlanta in there,
Philly
although they lost in
again.
New Orleans.
Atlanta, we got New Orleans, we got
Atlanta. Oh,
Dallas.
I forgot about New Orleans. Yeah.
And you got Dallas and Philly again. Dallas look horrible. They look like a sweep. We could get them and get Philly ones. That's 10. We got the Falcons, Saints, Titans. We can get up there.
Yeah, that's possible.
I think Smoke made a good point, man. I think Arizona was our best win.
I get what you're saying, Tim. I still
we
disagree,
get
though.
what you're saying.
But
yeah, we get what you're saying. What was it, Ceelo? What was the time of possession?
They had about 13 minutes.
That's more than a quarter.
Yeah, I felt like our defense was on the field a long time.
Oh yeah, Pittsburgh got most of that time when we got the 2 turnovers and 3 and out. Division games are hard to call. True. I'm feeling good about our defense because you can see it as the year go on. Yeah, man. So I don't know, man.
The hope is that when you bring in a Marshawn Lattimore, it improves the defense, not just from his position, but BSJ can now play again because he's going to be on the field. What I'm saying? He can move to a more advantageous position, which then moves Sarah still to a more advantageous position. The defensive line gets, better coverage on the back end, so they can it helps with the pass rush. So the hope is that you adding a corner, a player of that caliber improves your defense across the board, and not just that one spot that he plays. And if that is what he ends up being, whenever he's ready to play, then I think we'll definitely see even more growth with the defense.
Yeah, man, we gotta tighten up. Tighten up.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gotta tighten up.
All right.
Yeah, man, that's it, man. I think tomorrow. I mean, we're gonna talk about some stuff, but we might look at some of the tape tomorrow. If you looking on YouTube, let me. I think we can. Let me see something real quick. I think we should be able to. I think we can. I'll try it later. Yep, on to Philly. Well, not yet. We can't go to Philly yet. We got to look at this game first. Look at it a little more.
I hate Thursday games, by the way.
Tomorrow. Yeah. It's crazy. And then we'll get to Philly on Tuesday.
As far as Lattimore's hamstrings, I don't know how Deuce and Ceelo feel. I said once he got traded, I thought he was gonna miss the Pittsburgh and the Philly game, he would play against Dallas. Because number one, he's new and still has to learn the defense a little bit, and it seems like his hamstring injuries are real and not like a Devontae Adams situation. And you want to make sure he's healthy before you put him on the field. Like, so the fact, because of those two things, you got Philly on the short. If we play Philly next Sunday, I think he might play. But being a short week, and dealing with the hamstrings on a new team, I'm not 100% sure we're gonna see him Thursday.
Yeah. I didn't realize that the hamstring was that bad. I know he came back and re-aggravated it.
And that's probably why. So
yeah. Like we've seen this with DQ before. Like throughout the season, is like he's not gonna rush anybody back or play anybody if they aren't ready to play.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, which is why you see B Rob missing time. You see Wiley missing. I was surprised Jayden played. Who was that against Chicago? Like I was fully prepared to see Marcus Mariota that game, and I guess Jayden kind of pushed through and made it work. But DQ is not gonna play anybody who's not able to be himself on the football field.
I mean, shoot, they went all the way up to game time decision. Look what happened with B Rob and Wiley today.
Yeah.
He was like, nope.
It's just me, or does it seem like our D lines play better without Allen? Yep. Next question, please. Next question, please.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. Like a lot of us was kind of saying that. We thought that was the case.
I wholeheartedly believe, and I like John Allen as a person. I like him as a player, to be honest with you. But I wholeheartedly believe that had he not gotten hurt, he would have gotten traded at the deadline. But can't trade Allen. I think if John Allen doesn't get hurt, I think I could see them trading him I could have seen them trading him at the trade deadline. But can't trade people on IR, so.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna we'll probably try to find some time tomorrow. Kind of look at this. This is the Giants game though. Today's game is not out yet, so that's why I was just trying to pull this up, see what it looks like. I know we do it on playback too. We probably do it again on playback on Tuesday. But check with Breeze. I would like Breeze in on these to get his take.
Yeah, I got some time.
So we'll look at it tomorrow and see where we at. But that pro, like, I'm glad Jay Cutler gave me that, bro. Like, this one is way better than the other one. There are two, right, Ceelo?
Two playbacks?
No, I'll tell you when we get off here. I'll tell you.
Okay.
On to Philly. Fans got too arrogant last week.
Listen, hold on, real quick. Hold on about this fans thing. What you say? We got to learn how to lose as winners. And the sky not fall. Listen. Every once in a while, I'll listen to sports talk radio during the day when I got some free time or whatever. And I was hearing fans call into radio shows talking about if we don't win the NFC Championship game, I would consider this season a disappointment. What? Like, come on, bro. Like, listen. Calm down. I don't even know if that's arrogance. That might be more ignorance than arrogance. I don't know. But to say that, most of us thought 8 wins would have been a successful season going into it, and now you're talking about at that point being 7-2, saying that if we don't win the NFC Championship game, the season will be a disappointment. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta chill out, man. Like, y'all gotta chill out. I get it. I understand. I don't get it because I my brain works a lot. I'm a very logical person. But come on, man. Y'all got it. This is why people been beefing. Why we beef with a different fan base every week? Cause some of y'all jumping from the 15th floor and losing it. I don't think he'll be president. I'm much more worried about Saquon Barkley than I am Jalen Hurts, to be honest with you.
Yes, sir. Oof.
Yeah, man. What's up, Dwayne? This might be your first time coming. We definitely appreciate you for stopping through. Slow down the
For sure,
Eagles
for
air
sure.
attack. I don't know, have my Sean Lattimore out there. But now though, man, like we got to get pressure. I think we've been doing pretty good getting pressure, man. We just got to be consistent. Get pressure up the middle. Make Jayden, get him off of his launch pad. Stop the
I kind of
running
want to see
game.
them move. I want to see them move the pocket with Jayden a little bit more too.
Yeah, that's some clip added. Maybe we'll see that Thursday.
Not just him. Yeah, not just design runs or him moving in the pocket on his own, but like actually a play where a rollout or a semi roll, move the pocket.
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
that would add an extra dimension to the offense.
Get pressure. Saquon, we gotta stop Saquon for sure. So, he's not a cap hit anymore. He has no more guaranteed money. It's all NFL. It's all Sunday checks now, so we don't have to worry about that. I'm kind of on TikTok.
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, but we're usually here Instagram. But yeah, before YouTube,
X.
X, Twitter. It'll all be in the description section. Yeah, man, and join us and subscribe. I put it in like I said, in the Facebook comment section. So if you don't see it on there, you can scroll up in these comments, or you just hit Red Zone in the Lab on YouTube and follow us there.
Yep.
From 4 wins and
Postbridge 202 on TikTok.
Yeah, there you go. I'm not on TikTok that much. That's crazy, man. We are turning 4-13 finals into NFC East contenders. Yeah, man. It can't be if maybe we can talk about that some more tomorrow too, because we were talking about that last week. So maybe we can talk
as long
about
as the
tomorrow.
wheels don't completely fall off and we end the season like 8-9, like I don't see how you can look at this season as a failure on any front. Even if the wheels fall off, you can see like kind of what was there, but like as long as they stay the course, like come on, man.
Yeah,
we could lose in the first round of the playoffs and not see it. Like,
yeah, man. I always thought Philly was their issues was just injuries. Dallas just was Dallas, like they just wasn't good. But when Philly was kind of struggling, they just had people out. I think Devontae missed a few games and AJ missed a couple games. So I was that Facebook guy. Names don't appear. Oh, okay, cool. It was somebody else too, but yeah, appreciate you, Dwayne. Cool. So YouTube. So you just hit that link up there, get over there to YouTube and chop it up with us. We'll definitely be back tomorrow, so you'll get a notification. You can look at some film. If we got 5 the rest of the way, we are good. Yeah, man. I try to go I try to take the season by quarters. We went 3-1, 3-1, and I think we just went 2-2. That's 12 games, right? We had 11 games. How many games we play?
This is the
10.
This was the 11th right here, I think.
We're 7-3, right?
No, we're okay.
Oh,
10.
Yeah,
that was 10. That was 10. So we went 3-1, 3-1.
I'm sorry.
Which made us 6-2, and now we just went 1-1. Right, we went 3-1, 3-1, which made us 6-2.
Gotcha. You're right. Yep.
So now we're 1-1. Yeah. So
we beat the Giants and now lost
Giants.
to
Yeah.
Steelers.
So we can get 2-2, 3-1 each quarter. We'll be fine.
I think
so
too.
we'll see where we are. But yeah, appreciate y'all for joining us, man. We appreciate you using your time. We know your time is very valuable. For you spend it with us, we definitely appreciate it. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart.